Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Jake Fromm and the New York Giants taking on Drew Lock and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about...
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by the former Georgia Bulldog. It's Jake Fromm.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fromm. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Here's Fromm to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And they'll move backwards as the penalty is accepted.
Throwing on first down is Lock. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming.
Woke crybabies keeping us here late because they can't do their job. How un-American and very sad. These are sad, sad men.
Donald, have you heard the hit new song Rookie Mode by Lil AP? Shit's straight fire.
Bro, I know. That kid spits heat. There's no line better than Weeks, a wannabe general manager. How about you manage my fucking balls?
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
They'll accept it, and they move back 5 yards.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Locke. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll run on first down. It's Kelly, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Kelly. Oh, good move. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Locke going to throw. Zaccheaus here hauling it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll hand it off to Kelly. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. Clock now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Locke going to keep this. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Drew Locke, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Alex Collins.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
And that'll set them 5 yards back.
Throwing is from. He'll get that complete to Reed. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw from. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense.
He'll look to throw. And this caught left side by the tight end Parham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's from. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 2nd and 9, Locke, throw complete to Herndon. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On 1st down. It's Kelly, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A quick throw outside by Locke. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fromm. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Running right with Kelly. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
And I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Check, 45 the mic. Stop your whining. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Here's the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's Braden Mann now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
we see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels, because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, baby.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Locke. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Locke working out of the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end.
7 yards, the pickup there.
On play action, Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Again, it's Locke. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Powell. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Come on, Nat.
Sleepy Joe, they get the big completion and half the distance to the goal. Thoughts?
Donald, what the fuck does half the distance to the goal mean? It sounds like you just made up that phrase.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Joshua Kelly
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. It's Brown. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Fromm. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they get set to host the Philadelphia Eagles. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the New York Jets. And finally, a good one scheduled for Sunday Night Football between the Washington football team and the Jacksonville Jaguars. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Again, it's Kelly. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double time. 3 down. Kill.
They'll run with Kelly. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They look to throw. It's Locke. Complete to Kelly. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
We've got whistles and flags, and it looks like someone moved up front.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Here's Locke to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On 1st down, it's Kelly, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Donald, that hold was on the left guard. Looked a little questionable to me.
A little questionable? Don't be so nice, Sleepy Joe. That was a horrible call.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further.
What did they call that on?
And that will be accepted.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw it is Locke. Going to throw right side here, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Locke looks to throw it again. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw.
They'll check this down to Johnson.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Finding Herndon here on the completion. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke over the middle, complete. That's Powell. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play action. Now it's Locke. Completes it to Trevon Wesco. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Locke on the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On 2nd and very short, Locke completes it to Powell. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Locke off of play action. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Bandit.
From off of play action.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check. Check.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Army. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Push him back.
On 2nd and 1. From. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's From to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
From.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Donald Parham there to make the grab. And the Giants are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exact.
I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Healthy young child goes to doctor, gets pumped with massive shot of many vaccines, doesn't feel good, and changes. Autism. Many such cases.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now down to 20.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
On first down, it's Kelly. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Kelly. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Dallas. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Watch the run, watch the run. 41 Mike, 41 Mike.
On first down from.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
1st and 10 from. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Throwing again on 2nd down.
From.
His throw incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
6-man. Check curls, check curls.
They'll try and throw for it with From. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joshua Kelly, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Now a throw here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw from. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Throwing is from. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Throwing now is Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Off the play fake. Here's Fromm.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
41's coming. 41's a mic.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 41 mic.
Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Joseph Osai.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Giants on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be third and a mile. Now back to throw. Keeps himself upright. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, it's Kelly. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Kelly, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey. We got 3. Three down.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it was just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Dallas, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
From Sleepy Joe and I, thank you for tuning in. This was a very non-woke game and a ton of fun.
Donald, I can't believe you actually ate all 40 of those Big Macs. Good luck to your ass tomorrow morning.